I'm Chris.
And I'm Tammy.
Welcome to our home. We're glad you guys joined us. I was just sitting there thinking, I was reading a comment and I was like, hey guys. So first of all, let's say hi to everybody who's here. Hi, Pinky Sands. Glad you're able to be here tonight. Lance, glad you're able to be here. Congratulations again to Lance. We said that last night, but for those of you who may not have known, Lance got married yesterday to Michelle. So let's say hi to everybody who's here. Hi, Pinky Sands. Glad you're able to be here tonight. Lance, glad you're able to be here.
What is going on?
Well, we're having an audio feedback here. Said that last night, but for those of you who may not have known.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
All right, so that should have fixed that. Dustin Times, glad to see you. And so once again, congratulations, Lance and Michelle, on your wedding. And thanks for inviting me to be a part of it, and enjoyed watching it. And I know there were a lot of other people who were able to watch also. And hopefully you guys have had a great honeymoon as locked in, you know. I don't know what exactly y'all had planned. I don't think we ever talked about that, but so glad you were able to do that. Other than that, we do have a list tonight of things that when you go to Disney World, and some of these things probably overlap at Disneyland, but they're things that when you go to Disney World, you can do or get for free. And so we want to talk about that because, hey, who doesn't like free stuff? And you may not know it exists unless somebody tells you. I know the first time we went, we did not know about a lot of these different things. And so they're just small things, nothing that you should write home to your folks about or something, but they're free stuff. And so we want to make sure you guys find out about it, right?
Yeah.
So what does that say? Michelle is here as well. And
we went to work.
We went to work. Hey, you know, no honeymoon says honeymoon like making some money, right? So anyhow, there's plenty of time after the lockdown for a honeymoon. So I'd rather take one after this shutdown is over than during the shutdown myself.
Absolutely.
And so super exciting. So let's get to the list. While we're doing this, if you think we've missed something along the way and you want to comment, you know, some of the free things that you've discovered in the park, be sure and do that. We want to hear about other people's stuff because there's things we may not even know about. I mean, we're not Disney professionals. We just go several times a year. And so we're just trying to share our tips or tricks or hints with you guys.
Lance said, Tammy, love the shirt. Your pin room has no windows and one door. And I'm not going to do the laugh, but we all know if you've ever ridden the Haunted Mansion ride, you know the laugh. So
I almost did it for you, but I'm gonna compose myself and not do it. Hi, Jitterbug. Glad you're able to join us tonight.
All right. So to our list. All right. So we have several things on our list. And like Chris said, they're just free items that you can get at Disney. And for some people, you know, if you can't afford to buy a lot of souvenirs, a few of these things can serve for souvenirs. Yeah. So just a thought. So the first thing on our list are buttons. And I'm going to grab a button real quick while Chris is talking.
So we like to collect the buttons. There are more buttons than just the ones that are, you know, first visit or I'm celebrating. Those are the most common two buttons that Disney World gives out. But then there are others. You know, if you go to a special event, a lot of times there's a special button for it.
Yeah.
And then if you go to, Tammy's going to show you a few. We were there. Yeah.
When the Pirates of the Caribbean movie came out. So they handed out these buttons at the ride. So that's an example of, I mean, I don't know if it's a special event, but
well, it's a special time frame in which we were at Disney. Yeah. And that was something they handed out. You go today, you're not going to get that button. They don't have it anymore. It was just a short period of time. And so kind of adds to things that are kind of collectible. Yeah, that's one.
So on our first trip to Disney,
when we went to Disneyland, we got this button. We have them in these bags so they don't get all scratched up on the faces.
I collect buttons. And then we also have this first visit to Disneyland button that we received. So, and then we also have our first visit to Disney World button.
Now we only have one or two of those.
We have a couple of them.
Because I wasn't my first visit, so
Yeah.
I didn't take one.
Yeah.
And then we have when we bought into DVC, and it says a member since 2017. We wrote that in ourselves, but you know when you go up in the DVC lounge, you can get those.
Yeah, and then these are buttons that we got that just say I'm celebrating, and so they just write different things on there, or they'll let you write different things on there. They keep permanent markers out, and so you can get those buttons at a lot of times. I know at Disney World you can get them in Ye Old Christmas Shop. You can get them in
You can get them at guest relations.
Yeah, guest relations.
And at most of the stroller rental places had them.
And a lot of times you just ask cast members for them and they'll give them to you.
Yeah. And the DVC and stuff like that, you can oftentimes, they'll have stuff like that at different booths. Yeah. I don't know if they'll give them out to you if you're not a member, but
right.
Show that one.
Yeah. So we were there for Mickey's 90th birthday party. And so we got these little special buttons and I love those. And then, for example, we were in Epcot and Canada was celebrating its 150th celebration. Yep. So we got those.
And so there's just a ton. This was from Disney World when we did the Happily Ever After instead of Disneyland like the other one.
Yeah.
And so very similar, but just at a different time frame, you can pick up different ones. Mm-hmm. Some of the older ones that we've picked up along the way from people, I'll show you one. I think we got both of these from Lance, I think. But this is one from 101 Dalmatians. I'm certain it was probably like the Pirates of the Caribbean. Here's one for Splash Mountain. And we do buy them every now and then when we find something we really think is cool. Here's one of your I'm Celebrating buttons from Disneyland. And then Disney World has their own version.
And then somebody gave us this Ariel's Grotto pin. And I love it. It's so cute. We weren't there for we've never eaten at Ariel's Grotto or it's a restaurant, right? Am I right? In Disneyland.
Ariel's Grotto?
Isn't that a restaurant?
In Disneyland? Maybe so. In Disney World it's not.
I'm not sure.
And then here is a Chip and Dale one. Yeah, just different things. And they're not always. There's a Buzz Lightyear when the movie came out for Star Command. But anyhow, enough of the buttons. We wanted to mention that when you're there, you can also go and get buttons. That's kind of a fun little thing that doesn't take any time out of your schedule, really. But you can ask about it, and people will tell you, hey, yeah, they got a new button out right now, and that's kind of highly collectible. Yeah. Almost like pins, just not quite as much trading. Yeah. So where are we at on comments? We want to catch up.
Dustin says, and I'll let you read them.
Okay. I got a Captain EO button. It's glittery. Oh, cool. Very cool. I get them from the street sweepers. They always have buttons. Very good tip. Very good tip. Yeah. That's true. And they're also good people to trade pins with. You don't always know that they have them because a lot of times they're tucked away. And then you ask, and then they'll get them out.
And it just depends.
And they'll take their gloves off. They don't always have them, but a lot of times they've not been asked because people don't think about it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Lance said he got the Ariel Grotto pin when it opened.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Nice. All right.
So the second thing on our list that is a completely free item is if you go to Disney World, if you go to the Polynesian, they will give you a lei.
Yeah.
And so that's a free item that
kind of feels like you're in Hawaii. Mm-hmm. Makes me like to wear shirts like this with flowers on it.
Yeah. And if you eat at Ohana's, thank you. If you eat at Ohana's, they give out leis for like birthdays and anniversaries
or
and
if you
like
just
that.
ask for one, they'll give you one. Yeah. And so that's a lot of fun. I don't know if we've had them. I don't know that we kept any.
Yeah, Allie has, I think, some in her room.
Yeah, I think that's right, hanging in her room.
Yeah.
And so those are fun to get. And just a little heads up, if you do the Ohana's and you've got kids, your kids can participate in a coconut race where they sweep a coconut around the room, and that's fun. The kids really like that. And
yeah.
and they get a lei when they do that. That's why I was remembering that.
The third item is Wilderness Explorer badges, and they give those out at Animal Kingdom, and you do like a little like scavenger hunt where you go to different booths and you have a little booklet and you complete different things. And so that's just something free for kids to do, something fun in the park. I think Animal Kingdom is a great park to do that in because sometimes it doesn't have quite as many rides and quite as many things to do. And so if you did not get a park hopper and you were maybe in that park for the entire day, that would be something extra to do, something kind of fun, extra free to go do to keep your kids entertained.
Yeah, I remember the first time we were there at Animal Kingdom and we were trading pins. And every time I'd see one in them booths for the Wilderness Explorers, they have all those little shapes and it looks just like pins. And I'd always, go over there real quick thinking I was fixing to make a trade, but there was no trade to be had. But a lot of fun and a lot of fun for the kids. And that's free. And so great opportunity to do something extra.
Yeah. The fourth thing is character sketches at, there's a couple of places you can do character sketches, and that is the Art of Animation and the Conversation Station in Animal Kingdom. So those are two places that they do that at. And
now this is where they teach you to do a character sketch.
A character sketch. And then you get to keep the character sketch at the end. Right. So it's just something fun and extra that you can do at those two places. So
if you've ever wanted to learn how to draw somebody and maybe you're there and your family's wanting a down day, that's a great thing to do.
I think they do certain characters at certain, like each day or each time. I'm not sure how it works because we've never done it. I just know that it's available to do.
Right.
And so that's just something extra and fun. A lot of the resorts have different fun little activities that you can do. So sometimes families may not go to Disney World. They may take a day off or a break, where maybe they do pool time and then they'll stay in and they'll hang out at the resorts. And a lot of times the resorts will have crafts for the kids to do or just different fun things for kids to keep them entertained. And so if you're ever staying at one of the resorts, that may be an added bonus to check into and see what they offer as far as those extra activities go if you're going to take a day off.
An Animal Kingdom Lodge, they do something real neat. They do like necklaces and bracelets and stuff where you can do different sections of the necklace over the course of time. And I believe that's free too.
Yeah.
And so that's not anywhere else on our list. I just kind of thought of it when she was talking about the character sketch, but you can go and do that at Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of neat.
Yeah. The fifth thing on our list is park maps. So you may not think, park maps are like a free, like something free to get.
Yeah, you may not think that's something real cool either.
But we always get park maps because you can do tons of crafts with them.
Yeah.
I have made, will you grab those ears?
Yeah.
I've made Mickey ears out of park maps. We use park maps for backgrounds of a shadow box that Chris made. We use park maps for just all kinds of crafting projects.
Here's a pair of ears that we made.
And they're front and back. And so that's,
on this set of ears, we have over here is Fantasyland and Tomorrowland. And then on the opposite side, we have Liberty Square. So we kind of, went with some of the areas that we like to go.
That we love. Yeah. So those ears were made special for, I made a pair for me and a pair for Allie. And, just something fun to do. And also park maps are a good like keepsake. So if you're a type of person who really keeps track of, different vacations or things that you went and did with your family, it's a great way to kind of just a keepsake for that.
And if you don't go to the park very often, a park map is something that you go now, and let's say you're not going to go for another 5 years. Well, in 5 years, Disney World's going to change a lot. And it might show something totally different. I know right now, if you go try and find a Disney World map for the Magic Kingdom from 1971, they're more sought after. And so, those are real neat to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so that's something real cool you can pick up.
And I know as pin traders, sometimes people put park maps in whenever, like as a little extra when they're pin trading.
Yeah. The other thing you can do with a park map is if you've gone to the park and maybe it was your first trip, pick up a park map for sure. Because if you go back, you want that map to help plan your trip around. I know you can access that on the internet and you can see it all on there, but there's something totally different to holding a map in your hand. It's kind of like a book. You know, you can have a book online and that's great, and you can make a book read to you, but you can't make a map read itself. And you can't always figure out exactly what's going on a map. But if you're holding it in your hand, you can kind of, you know, look at the scale and look at it. And to me, it's just a lot easier to read. You can plan your next trip out to be more efficient, or make sure, hey, I want to go to this place, and kind of mark all over it and say, this is what I want to do, my fast passes at these times, and that sort of thing. So it could be a great tool for your second trip.
I totally agree. Yeah. All right.
And by the way, thank you for everybody who's liked the video. We appreciate that. Lance has commented something there. What's it say?
It says,
so did Pinky Sands. Read hers first, Pinky Sands.
I got a selection of all the different gift cards from the stand. I hope it was free. LL, I got some. I don't know. I mean, if you're not activating them, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I've never tried that. Maybe so. But, you know, there are some different crafts I've seen with your gift cards. So if you buy gift cards, you can probably do different things with them in order to do some crafts. I've seen people make picture frames out of them, things like that.
Yeah. Lance said it's Michelle. Oh, or Michelle's saying this. Maddie got the animator's drawing when we went there. We were drawing Marshmallow from Frozen at the animator's drawing place in Disneyland. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I think that's just such a fun little extra that they do for, you know, whenever you go to the park. So
right. Very cool.
Something fun.
So the next thing is stickers. Now don't pull that up.
Okay.
These are stickers. A lot of times from Disney Vacation Club, but I have seen them give them out that weren't Disney Vacation Club. But here is a great example. When we were there this last trip, they were really emphasizing buying DVC in Hawaii. So they were giving these things out like crazy. So much so that we have, what's left of a spool of them. They like to spoil my little girl with these. I don't know why.
Well, yeah, they'll offer you stickers whenever you walk up to them. Or if you're like my family, we ask for stickers because they have all kinds of stickers, all kinds of characters. And I'll tell you what we do with them. We take the stickers, and there is a sticker trading page on Facebook where people collect stickers. And it's a huge thing, but we use them and make magnets out of them. And it's just something fun to do with your stickers. And of course, when we go on our next cruise, one of the big things that they do is you decorate your door, and we do door magnets. And so we'll decorate our door with a lot of the stickers that we got within the park. And so we have stickers from all types of times whenever we were in Disney. And we have some, specific characters.
Yeah, we keep them all over our back door. Now, they're not stuck to it. We take and put them in...
Laminate. We laminate them.
We laminate them like this, and then we just put a magnet on the back. And our back door's metal. And so we have them, and they never get torn up this way. And so we have all sorts of... I wanted to show y'all some. I'll let you show some too. But some of them are DVC. Like I said, special DVCs at different times, different characters on your stickers. Mm-hmm. This makes for great, cool decor for your refrigerator door or something like that.
There's a Haunted Mansion one.
Here's one when we were there at Christmas. Now, this was not during a DVC booth. This was something different. I don't remember.
This is when Coco was coming out. We were there.
This is also a non-DVC one with Stitch.
There's a Moana one.
There's a Mickey Cowboy with the sheriff badge.
There's a Belle and Beast.
We got this one for Daisy.
Here's when the Riviera was opening.
Here's another one. We have this one for Dumbo and his mama, Jumbo. You can have that one. And then there's one for Donald Duck. And then we have one for the new hotels and different things.
So just lots of different stickers. And I'll tell you another great person to get stickers from is the sweepers.
Yeah.
They actually
They have different stickers than
they
the
do.
other
And
people.
we started talking to a guy, and we struck up a conversation, and we just started talking, and we were telling him that we collect stickers, and he was like, "Oh, you collect stickers?"
He said,
Well,
"I've got some rare ones."
Yeah, I've got some old rare ones. And so he gave us all of these old stickers, and we were just so grateful because we love stickers, and we like take special care when we go into the park, and when we get back to our room, I have like a little special folder that we put them in. So we really love stickers.
We're those weirdos.
We're strange, but I love stickers.
But they're free and they're great, and they add a little color to the back door, a little Disney magic.
Yeah.
I might have to have another drink of my water.
All right. The next thing that is free is Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom cards, and I used to have. We have several, I don't know where they're at. But they're the cards that you get in City Hall. You go down there, and they'll give you one free pack of Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom cards, and it's a little game that you can play all over Magic Kingdom. There's one at at the pin place in by Big Thunder. What's it called? My brain's not working. The main pin store that we go to.
Oh, the trading post.
The trading post. Yes. So there's a little spot where you can play the game there. There are several spots. I don't remember them all. But
there's one on Main Street about halfway down.
Yeah.
Different places throughout the whole park.
Yeah. So there's that. There's also, and I didn't mention this and that, but it kind of lends to the same idea, and it is a treasure. It's not a treasure hunt, but it's like a
treasure hunt.
Pirates of the Caribbean treasure hunt.
Exactly what it is.
And there's 3 different maps that you can choose, and it's just something fun and extra to do in the park, and it's completely free, and you get to keep the map when you're finished.
Well, it's more than just that. So whenever you're at the Pirates of the Caribbean ride and you exit out and you go to the left, you'll go around the corner and you're at Pecos Bills. Well, between Pirates of the Caribbean and Pecos Bills, there is a little box-looking house there. That's a walk-through. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
It's just like a box. But you walk through there, and that's where you get those treasure maps. And what you do is you go in there and you sign in and you get a treasure map. Then you go and you find all these little clues that lead you all over the place, and eventually you find the treasure. And the clues at the different places will allow you to set off things that go off in the park, like different things that happen with the scenery. And so that's kind of an interactive aspect of it. And then once you're done, you take it back and you give it to them. Well, here's the free item. You do get to keep the map, but even more than that, you get a free fast pass to ride Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
And so everybody in your party that participates, they give you a fast pass to go ride Pirates of the Caribbean. So if you've already booked your other fast passes, you can always do that, and that's the 4th fast pass for the day.
Yeah.
I should have gave that out as a different tip another time, but that was a good one. All right, let's read and catch up.
So Lance says, I will trade for the Dumbo sticker. I think we have an extra.
We may have one. We'll have to look.
We'll look. Jitterbug said, wow, did not know Disney had this much free stuff. I know, right? And Pinky Sand says, I love free stuff. We do too. Becky said they have special cards at the Halloween and Christmas parties too. That's good to know.
Now she's talking about for
the Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom.
And that is exactly right. They give a different card, I think, on different days of the week or different time frames, but then at the different parties and things they also do. That's exactly right.
Yeah. All right. So the next thing is at Epcot, they have different festival passports. So if you go during Flower and Garden, Wine and Food, or Food and Wine, and Festival of the Arts, they have different little passports that they give you, and they have like stickers, special stickers in there. And then they have just like little activities that you can do. You can check off as you go, and it kind of just tells you about the festival. Mm-hmm. And so that's a little freebie that they give you. And then also in Epcot, when you're making your way all around the world, they typically have, we've seen several different things. At one point they had Duffy on like a stick, and you would go and have Duffy like stamped, and you would collect different things, different Duffy bears at each Kid Cot. I think especially
fun for the kids.
It really is. And
because it gives them something to do when you're going around the world. They're looking forward to the next world area to catch.
Yeah.
And there's also a pin board at most of those kids' booths.
That's
Not
true.
always, but most. And so your kid can trade, and even adults go in there and trade.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw Tammy push a little kid down to get a pin. I'm
is
just
not true.
kidding.
I'm usually the last one to the pin
I'm
board.
just kidding.
But at the Kid Cots, they'll have some kids can color their little whatever they're doing at the
whatever
time.
that particular time
because
frame
it changes
has.
as far as what they do at the Kid Cot. But you can always start at, if you start at Canada or you start at Mexico, people start at different points.
Yep.
But sometimes we'll go Canada, sometimes we go Mexico. But whichever way you go around World Showcase, you can go into that pavilion and look for the Kid Cot, and then you can start your
and if you come in
Kid Cot
and you just start
craft.
in a different area, you're just halfway around, you want to start, they'll let you start there too.
Yeah, you can start anywhere.
So anywhere that they have one of
Yeah.
those Kid Cots or Kid Crafts or whatever they
It's
call
called
it.
Kid. We call.
I think
Kid
it's
Cot.
called a Kid Cot,
Yeah.
but if you'll just ask, they'll let you have one.
Yeah. All right. So the next thing is samples. So at certain places like the Ghirardelli Soda Fountain, they offer samples. And then at Goofy's Candy Company, they also offer samples. And I know one time we were in right there in Magic Kingdom, and they were offering samples of a slushie. I mean,
yeah, and they've done samples of different things
cookies.
at cookies and stuff at the Big Top Circus is a great place.
Oh,
They'll
yeah.
have somebody stand outside with samples sometimes.
That's right, sometimes.
And then outside the confectionery on Main Street, I've seen samples.
That's right.
Starbucks has somebody stand out there and it looks like samples, but they never give you any.
Samples.
I'm just like, come on, man. I want a free coffee.
But I know.
Although, listen, on our last trip, I was up there and they had a coffee that they made for somebody and they didn't show up for the coffee. And the guy was like, hey, you want this? And I was like, sure. He was like, your name's David now, and handed it to me, and I was gone. And so that worked out. So I got a free sample.
Yeah.
And so sometimes things like that where they spread a little pixie dust, that happens. One time we were having trouble with our card, and they gave us our entire order at Starbucks for free. Remember that? Our magic bands wouldn't work.
That's right.
And so I was like, I don't know what the deal is. And it was because we had 2 different hotel rooms. We had a hotel stay change. A split stay. That's a great way to put that. And when you do that, it kind of messes with your magic band on your meal plan. And so they just gave us the stuff that day.
Yeah.
And so, that was kind of cool. Little pixie dust thing.
Yeah. All right. And then the final major thing that we have that's free is water. So you can go in.
This was a big one.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't know that really. I mean, a lot of people do know it, but a lot of people also don't know it. Water is free at Walt Disney World. You can go to any of the restaurants that have, drinking the drinking stations, and they'll give you free water, not bottled water. It comes in a clear cup.
Well, it's not always clear, but yeah.
Well, yeah.
It comes in a cup.
A paper cup of some sort, or maybe not paper. Yeah, usually
it's a
paper.
cup.
Yeah. And so anyhow, they give you water for free. So you just have to go around and ask, and sometimes you have to stand in line.
And a lot of times they're small waters, but there are places that give, a bigger cups, and there are places that give the opportunity for you to fill your cup up. I know if you go in at Magic Kingdom up at Tony's Town Square, in the waiting area for the restaurant, they have a big pitcher. Or at Starbucks, they have a big pitcher that you can just go right in and fill your own cup up if you wanted.
Yeah.
And so
they don't want you filling your water bottle up.
But you can fill their cup and then pour it straight into your water bottle. Is
Absolutely.
What I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure.
And so
you can always ask for water at Starbucks too.
Yep.
They'll give you free water.
And they give big waters.
They do.
So if one person's getting in line to get something else, ask for the free water.
We always do.
And even if you're getting just a coffee, go in and ask for a water if you've got a water bottle.
That's
and fill your water bottle up. That's what we generally do.
Yeah.
All right, so we did forget about a couple things. Not really forgot.
They're just honorable mentions that we just. Yeah. They didn't really make
They're not always free because you may not have a pass or something. So if you have a annual pass, they give out these cool magnets. Now, some people put them on their car. If you do that and you drive to Disney World, you're going to lose it. Somebody's going to steal it. I wouldn't put it on my car. I've seen it damage people's paint.
Yeah, they're not meant for cars.
They're meant for your refrigerator.
Yeah.
And so these magnetic, I don't know what you call them other than character pass holder magnets. There are all sorts.
We
have a bunch of them over there. We do. We're not at Disney World in every season, but every season tends to have their own character throughout the year. And so that's a cool little perk when you're in the park.
And then they also mail you a pass holder magnet usually I hear people all the time on different pass holder sites say that they didn't receive a magnet.
I've never received a magnet in the mail.
Yeah, you have. We've received.
Oh, never mind.
These are the standard pass holder magnets, and they'll send you one per family. And so we have a couple of them that they've sent, and they only send one. But when you go into the park and you're doing the seasonal magnets, you get one per pass holder. So that's the difference between this magnet and this magnet.
We stood in line for one of these for 45 minutes. I think these things cost me $100.
Well, I
Tammy
wanted my
has to have
magnets,
them.
so I love them and I collect them. So
Yeah.
anyhow.
So another honorable mention outside of magnets for pass holders is they have a little, what do you call that they put on the magic band?
Oh, slider.
Oh, yeah, slider. A magic band slider that goes on your magic band that just says pass holder and has a picture of Mickey on it.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of cool as an honorable mention that you can pick up if you're in the park.
Yeah.
And they're handing them out during that time. You get one of those per year.
Yeah.
So you don't get them every year. I mean, every visit or something.
Yeah.
But just once a year. And then I thought there was one
There's
more.
two other little items that are just honorable mention items, which I guess is kind of a big deal. And one of them is Wi-Fi. So you can get on to Disney's Wi-Fi for free while you're in the park.
Yep.
So
do that.
Don't use your Wi-Fi.
That's
use
right.
their Wi-Fi while you're there. It works great.
That's right.
So, I mean, why not use it while you're there?
That's right.
So that's just a thought.
She's got two. I got one more. Also, another thing that has happened to us, this is not a guarantee, but it's happened to us more than one time, is we'll be somewhere pin trading, like at a resort, and somebody behind the counter will say, y'all like to pin trade? Here, I've got a pin for you. And it'll be one of these types of pins. And they'll give it to you and say, well, here's you a free pin to trade in the park. And so that's always nice. We've gotten it, I think, twice.
Yeah.
Where they've given one to each of our family members. And so that's super cool to get for free. I mean, you're going to go trade it in the park and you might end up with something that you really love, or maybe this is the pin that you really love.
Yeah.
I've traded them away almost every time. So
yeah.
Let's read those and then we'll do your last honorable mention.
Lance said, I have a list of things for y'all free at Disneyland Resort in DCA. Thank you, Lance. That'd be helpful.
Nice.
Pinky Sand says, we got one each sent to us. Wow. So, I mean, that's just what they've only sent us one. And according to the pass holder website, a lot of the people just on the website say that they typically only send one per family. But man, if you got more than one, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Because both times we've only received one per household.
Right.
So Lance said, one of the things that I do want to mention that is free is that if by chance you missed a certain character meet and greet, go to town hall and they will get you a picture of the character, possibly signed. Well, that's cool.
I wonder if that's at Disney World also.
I don't know, but I'm going to try it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because I would love to have signed pictures.
If you
of
try it
characters.
and it doesn't work, we'll all lynch Lance for telling us that. I'm just kidding.
Lance said, also, if you go on the Jungle Cruise and ask for a map, they will ask you a question. And if you answer it right, you get a map of the ride.
Wow, I didn't
That's
know
cool.
that. That's a good tip.
Yeah, that's a really good tip.
Very good tip. That's super cool.
Yeah.
I've never even heard that anywhere.
Pinky Sands says, I got that pin from a cast member in the Toy Story shop in Disney Springs. Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
It's so awesome whenever they pixie dust you with nice little things like that.
Yeah,
So,
generally, and she says they gave it to us on the card.
yeah.
It used to come where you got one for you and one for you to give away too, and they gave you two. But I've never had that happen since I've been getting them. They've been on the card, but it was just the one for me.
Yeah.
But I got one time in a purchase of pins, the one where it was on both cards and still in the wrapper. So somebody didn't ever give them away. And Andy said, we like the free luggage tags with Magical Express. That's exactly right.
That's a good one.
Here, I've got those over here. So let me grab them. I forgot all about
That's
those.
a good one, Andy. We totally missed that one.
Here's one if you want to show it.
Yeah. So we got these luggage tags and they're really nice, like little plastic ones. And they had a little plastic piece that comes. Yeah. It comes like with this little piece to go around your luggage like so. So those are awesome. I know. I love freebie stuff like that.
Yeah, super cool.
And when you go on a cruise, Once you become, what is it? What
gold member?
Gold
member? I think
you
or
get,
silver member.
You get something free. That a lot of times they'll give you a free backpack, or they'll give you some little something free for going on the cruise.
Depending on what cruise member you are, there's different levels of free stuff. I know some cruise members get a free bathrobe. Like, that's nice.
Yeah.
We're not that. We've not gotten that, but super cool. I know if you're DVC and you go on a cruise, they'll give you DVC stuff on your cruise. That's cool. And so we did do that. We all got hats.
That's right. We did get hats.
And so that's a free thing that Disney does. That we didn't put in tonight's list. We were mainly trying to stick to the parks.
Yeah.
But as far as the cruise, we got hats. We got a free pin. I can't even remember what. We got a lot of free stuff on the DVC.
They gave me a free bag. My DVC bag's in the living room, and I carry it around all the time with me because I love it.
That was when we bought, right?
Yeah, when we purchased DVC, but it was something free that they just threw in there. But it's a nice bag that they gave to us. When
you go on a cruise, if you're a DVC member, they also give you one of these to put on your window, or not window, on your door. The middle part pops out, and it'll go on your door, and it lets your people know that are servicing your room that you're a DVC member. And it's supposed to, they'll be doing extra things for you and stuff like that. And so that's kind of cool that they'll put that in your room for you, and you don't have to worry about bringing it every time. And so Tammy's bag, Cole brought it down for us.
This is my DVC bag.
And that's a heavy-duty, nice bag. I'm telling y'all.
Oh, yeah. I have it. It's got my Bible and all my church stuff in it. So it's heavy-duty. And it's a cute little bag. So that was a free bag.
They have another one.
It's free, but,
Yeah, you paid $13,000 for it. But they've got another one that's a little heavier duty. That's a backpack that they also give away. And so that was cool.
Yeah.
And so lots of stuff like that. And if you'll go take that DVC tour, they'll give you free fast passes. They'll give you a free breakfast if you schedule it early in the morning, or at least a continental style breakfast. And then if you take a tour at one of the places like Ohana's or something like that, they gave me
a Rice Krispie treat.
Yeah, chocolate covered Rice Krispie treat. Those big souvenir ones. They gave one for each one of our family members. I mean, they were real nice. Of course, they kind of messed up on some stuff, and they were trying to be extra nice. But
Yeah. So, Becky said silver. I think you get a lanyard. Then it adds in from there. Yeah, I think you're right, Becky. So I think they start with something small, and then it kind of builds. I said a backpack, but yeah, I know that. I think it. I'm assuming gold is probably where you get the backpack. So the lanyard is where you start. So Lance said, don't forget the free travel video that Walt Disney Travel will send you. And then they also send stickers with the welcome package. Oh, okay.
That's right. They do send stickers. I forget about that.
Yeah, that's very true.
They sure do.
Lance said at Disneyland, if you attend a DVC seminar, they give you $100 Disney gift card. No obligation. Well.
Next time I'm at Disneyland, I'm taking that tour. Because, why not?
He said that was 2 years ago, but now
when we originally did it, they gave us $50, and that was in 2017. They gave us $50 fast passes, and then they took $13,000 from me. So I'm really not exactly $13,000. I'm just messing around. But they took a bunch of money from me.
And then the very, very last thing that we have is Jedi training. So it's not really like a free like something free necessarily that you get, but it's something free for your kids to do. Mm-hmm. And I don't know about Disney World because my kids have never done Jedi training in Disney World, but we did Jedi training at Disneyland, and they gave them this little certificate that said that they completed Jedi training, and then they got to get up on the stage, and it was just such a fun thing. My kids absolutely loved it. It was so much fun. And it was the Jedi training in Disneyland was
way better than Disney World.
Way better. And it was so funny.
It was a blast.
The characters were
We did it twice. It was so much fun.
We had so much fun. We just enjoyed watching them and the banter because it was different every single time. Yeah. They had like different jokes and they were just really funny. So we really enjoyed it.
All your funny videos of Jedi training that you see on the internet, if you've ever watched them on YouTube channels, Those are all Disneyland.
Yeah.
Disney World doesn't have any funny ones.
Yeah, I didn't really think it was that great at Disney World.
But Disneyland, if you're there,
Yeah.
do the Jedi training.
Yeah.
If you have kids, you will not regret it. It
Yeah.
was fun.
It
At
was
least
a
if
lot of
it's
fun.
like it was in 2017, you won't regret it.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. The other thing, now this is not a free, sort of it's not, but if you, like at Hollywood Studios, I don't know now that Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is open, but if you were to go to see the show that happens right there in front of the Chinese theater, where Mickey and Minnie's main attraction is now, they used to have a big stage set up there and did a show. If you were to stand there to the right of it, the characters would exit and go to, an outside area of the park, but they'd have to walk right by you all the way over to, what's it called? Launch Bay. And then they'd go around Launch Bay and leave. And if you were to be there with kids and your kids dressed up like a Star Wars character, they would tend to pick your kid and walk with them. And that's a cool thing. Allie got to do that twice.
Yeah.
And so that's super cool. And then they took her back into a non...
It was
a character area only.
It was a cast member
only area. And they took our whole family back there and took Allison's picture with Ray and with Chewbacca. And it was cool because Allison was dressed just like Ray. And
it was really special.
Oh, super, super, intimate moment of interacting with a character. And it was Allison's best day ever. Oh, Allison said that only happened once.
Oh, that only happened once. Yeah.
Was that your best day ever, Allison?
I think we were thinking about whenever they took us over to the character meet and greet, because that happened at the same. We got two special character meet and greets. One was with Ray, and then one was with
with
Kylo Ren.
That's right, Kylo Ren and them, where they took us into the launch bay and met with them special.
Yeah,
they didn't make us wait through the line.
Right, so they did something special for us because she was all dressed up. So
yes, best day Disney ever.
Best day.
She did. She had a blast. She won't go to Disney without that costume.
Yeah, she wants that Ray costume when we go to Hollywood Studios. She wants to wear it. So I always have a little special. We have several special Toy Story dresses that her and I match, and she's like, "No, I'm wearing my Ray outfit. I'm not."
She's not chancing it.
She's not gonna wear her Toy Story outfit. So,
but that's a little free kind of moment that you can get with personal interaction, possibly that you don't get otherwise.
Right.
And what happened is somebody saw her dressed up and said, "Let me tell you how to get this." And it was a cast member, and they told us exactly where to stand and when to be there and all that stuff. And we were, and that's exactly how it happened. Yeah. So very neat and very enjoyable. And so you guys may be able to do that also. Outside of that, I can't think of any more. Can you?
I can't. I'm sure there's tons of other
if you guys
things.
think of them, you can always get back in. I know these live videos don't always populate right away. Sometimes it takes till the next day before I'm able to look at them. But just jump back on sometime and comment what those free things that you know of are. And then you're helping other people to be able to enjoy the magic of Disney that much more. And so what does Andy say?
She said, "This is random. We appreciate the free pump containers of soap and shampoo in the showers." Absolutely. I totally agree. I mean, I do miss the little individual containers that they used to send out.
Because you could bring them home.
You could bring those home with you, and it was like a little bit of Disney magic at home. And I still have a few. We use them very sparingly if we have to. But yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, it's nice to have those kind of things for sure. Yeah. And you don't ever have to worry about bringing shampoo or conditioner or anything like that.
Oh, here's a freebie. I don't even know why we didn't mention it. If you go to Disney World and you're booking on property, be sure and get online before you go. You can get free magic bands. You may not realize that, and I've known people who just didn't get on, didn't ask for their free magic bands, and never got them. So they're in the park scanning their badge piece, their little, because you can get a thing to scan a card. Yeah. And they're in there having to keep up with that card all day and dig it in and out of their pocket and possibly dropping their wallet or their change or whatever. But if you get that magic band, it's free. You're in the park. You already pay. It's part of your hotel. Yeah. Do that. And if you want to upgrade it, get on there to upgrade it. It's like, I think it's $10 extra, and they'll let you upgrade it to a character. And so super cool. way of being able to go through the park and adds a great souvenir for only $10.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier either. What's Lance say?
He said, "Don't forget, kids under 2 eat for free anywhere at the resorts." Oh,
yeah.
And kids under 2 get in the park for free.
That's right.
So
that's right. Go while your kids are 2. I mean, it'll be a hard day, but go. A hard day in Disney is better than a hard day at home.
Absolutely.
I can promise that.
Oh, if our kids were that little, would you take them?
Yep.
In a heartbeat.
Because I would want to go. When my kids were that little, I didn't take them because
we were like, oh, we want them to remember.
Yeah, we want them to
don't
remember
want to take them
and
until we remember it. Oh,
I wish I'd have went. Of course, I didn't have
Absolutely.
the money when my kids were 2. I was still in school trying to get through seminary. But we would encourage you guys, take the opportunity, go enjoy. You know, your kids are under, I think it's under 3 they get in for free, isn't it?
yeah, I think so. Lance said, okay, at Disneyland, they give you a free driver's license. That I remember that. But did we do that?
No, but they also would write you like a ticket.
Oh, well,
A fake ticket at
yeah.
Disneyland. I've never had that happen at Disney World.
No.
No one's ever done that. But at Disneyland, they wrote us a ticket for jaywalking or something.
Yeah.
You remember that little fake ticket?
Yeah, it was fun.
That was fun.
Emily said, if you're planning to spend $100, easy to do, very true.
Yeah.
Put it on a gift card from Droid Depot. They're metal and really cool. You know, I heard that, Emily, and that would be a really cool keepsake, just to keep. I would do that. That
would be cool. And at the holidays this last time, because we went in November, what we were able to do is you could buy a $100 gift card just like that, Emily, and we were able to buy them. It
wasn't metal. She's talking about like in Galaxy's Edge, they have metal instead of like gift cards. Yeah. I know, but you're talking about just a keepsake with the gift card.
No, yeah.
The pins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just piggybacking off of you there.
Oh, I see.
I'm on the bandwagons. They had a gift card you could buy for $100, and attached to the gift card was a Disney pin. And so that was super cool. It was a limited edition Disney pin.
And people were going crazy over these pins.
And so people were trading $20 and $25 pins for these pins. And so if you picked one up for the gift card, you had a great trader and you got your $100 still. It was like getting a free pin.
We're going to do this.
Yeah, because they only had like 1,500 of each.
Yeah.
And so super cool pins and super cool opportunities. It was the characters sipping hot chocolate, if I remember right. And it's kind of glittery. Yeah. I think Cole kept a couple of them.
I think so.
None of the rest of us wanted them because they were Daisy and Donald. Yeah. And we weren't into that. But he did. And those were cool pins. And that's something you might look at around the holiday. I don't know if they'll do it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they did during that time. And I've heard about the Droid Depot little thing. And if I'm there when they reopen and they still got them, I'm buying one. Just to be honest with you. They didn't have them last time we were there.
Oh, she has the pin.
Oh, Allison brought us one of the pins. Check this out. This is a Goofy.
I think it's nice.
Yeah, it is a limited edition of 2,655. I don't know where they come up with the number, but that's what it is. Limited edition of 2,655. But that's an LE pin for free. I mean, where do you get that?
Very specific.
Yeah.
Thank you, Allie.
Thanks, Allison. And so, you know, there's all sorts of little things like that happen around Disney that you don't notice all the time that you can pull off.
Lance said, I got trading cards before for free. They do that at Do they do that at Disney World? They do Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom cards. Not really. I mean, they're trading cards. So
I'm thinking about trading cards. We have some trading cards that somebody sent.
I have.
But
I have.
I don't know that we've ever gotten any from the park. That's a good question. Tammy's got a whole bucket full. She's got a bucket. Let me show you all this. Hand me that. Just that part. She's got it all organized up. Let me tell you, she's a professional freebie hunter. And so she's got stickers. She's got this. Oh, this is cool. I don't know where we got this, but it's a Disney transportation token.
Yeah.
And they were giving these out, and Allison found it on the ground. And so we weren't. And so that was kind of cool. Here's another little freebie thing that they gave out one day. Kind of cool. Anyhow, Tammy's all into
I
it.
think we might have gotten that sticker from Crazy.
Where are our Sorcerers of the Magic Ink cards, Alan?
Those are free.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's at.
I don't know. All right. So that's a lot of fun free stuff. And we hope it helps you guys when you go to the park to end up with some free stuff that you can take and enjoy and put into your, I won't say oddball Disney collection. It may not be pins, but it's just stuff that, other people may not think is all that important. But to you, it's memories. And it's you remembering trips where you've gone and enjoyed and that sort of thing. And so, not to sound cliche-ish, but when it comes to vacations, it is really a lot about the memories. And so I'm shaking the table. It really is a lot about memories, and it's a lot about enjoying those and being able to look back on them in the future and say, oh, I remember when we got this, or I remember this or that, or whatever. That's a good part about it. But we do caution you about free stuff. I will. Don't get so enamored by getting all your free things that you lose the enjoyment of your trip because you get angry when you don't get your free stuff. Because sometimes they don't have it. Sometimes you'll get there and you'll be wanting something that they've been handing out for free and they just ran out of magnets. Or you just ran out of, whatever. I remember one trip I was like, I need my luggage tags. And they were like, we don't have any. We're out. And so I didn't get any luggage tags. And I was kind of like, man, I wanted those luggage tags. But, here I've got them. And I've not even used them. See that? And so, don't let the little things ruin vacations. But enjoy them whenever they give them out. And so Camden Stout said, hi, guys. Hi, Camden. Glad you were able to make it. Once again, thank you all for liking. Thank you for all the comments. If you have free stuff ideas or free stuff knowledge that you want to share with everybody after the video's over, be sure and comment. You may have to wait till it uploads and finishes doing its buffering and all that stuff. But you jump back on tomorrow and write down those comments so that you can help someone else enjoy the magic. We thank y'all for watching. And until next time,
from our house to yours.